The market has just opened on this Wednesday, 8th of January 2025. I have one planned entry for this morning. It is in the UK 100, and it is the first 5-minute bar. If it is a negative bar, I will be buying below it, just like yesterday and the day before. And then if it's not, and if it's just a positive bar, then I'm gonna probably ignore it. Other than that, I don't have a clear planned entry for this morning. I do have a few orders prepared, which are more swing trades. So in the DAX, I have a buy order, just on a higher time frame here. If we hit this level, so at 21.85, if we retrace to here, I will be looking for continuation. This is just a trend following retracement and hoping for a bounce back. Pretty self-explanatory. I mean, we've been in a bull market here and DAX has been really strong. So if we retrace, I will be looking for continuation. In the NASDAQ, let's go on a higher time frame here. In the NASDAQ, we are still below this trend line. I do expect the US indices to keep struggling a bit, at least until the presidential inauguration. Also have to keep in mind that the FOMC minutes will be published later today. That's going to cause some volatility, perhaps. I think the markets are a bit weary of possible adjustments to rate policy by the Fed. So if the minutes aren't dovish, we might see more sell in the US indices. So I do have a sell order here, which again is more of a swing trade. But I do have a sell order here if we reach this level. And for intraday, I will be looking at the DAX this morning to see if I do see an opportunity. Normally the second 5-minute bar, the break of the second 5-minute bar would be an entry for me. It has been a bit shaky lately. It has shown both yesterday and the day before, it has shown that it's still a decent entry, but it's probably not as good as it was a few weeks ago. So I might take that, I might not. We will see when we get there. This is how we finished yesterday. Pretty good day overall. Too bad about the NASDAQ trade, but what can you do? And yeah, I will bring you back when we have an entry, if we have an entry. Sadly, for the UK 100, it does look like the first bar will be positive, the first 5-minute bar. It's 1 minute till it completes. I do not believe that we will go into the negative now, which means there is no entry for me here. We have revisited previous day high here and double topped, so on its own that does look like a potential sell. If we go on a higher time frame here, we have retraced. So if we use a classic fib here, we kind of are in the area where you would expect sell to continue if you believe in the strength of the sell. And surely this index hasn't been as strong as, say, the DAX. So there is a case to be made for a short here. See, we just clipped previous day high, and now we're retracing, but I couldn't say if this is a high probability entry at this point. So I'm just going to observe for a while and bring it back. Reaching the completion of the second 5-minute bar, and it's looking like the price wants to return the Asia range. This generally shows weakness. I have also placed an order here just above in case we revisit this. Yeah, I'll actually take the DAX second 5-minute bar today. I think it has potential. Like 2 points cushion. Something like that. I was also looking at gold here. I don't need this trend line anymore. We are below it, which indicates a bit of weakness, but so we're approximately in the middle of yesterday's range, and we are below this higher time frame trend line, which does indicate to me the potential of a reversal in gold finally. I mean, we've been rallying in gold for ages. It's been insanely profitable and insanely nice to see this. But I do think that there is potential to finally see a bit of a retrace, which isn't really an issue. So for example, in gold, I would look for a swing here in case we revisit the highs. I'm not going to put it quite at the high. Let's go something like that. Interesting reaction here after the completion of the second 5-minute bar. It's revisiting the highs. Quite a bit to go to previous day high. And of course, if we do get triggered here, I am probably just going to target previous day high if we're triggered long. As this is just a small time frame trade, I'm not really gonna swing for the fences here, because I do think there is a good chance that we go lower today before we go higher. But let's see if we get a fill. First 15-minute bar almost complete, and it's quite a bullish bar, so if we get triggered long, I am going to expect that we visit previous day high. The UK 100 isn't as strong as the DAX, which has been the trend these past few months. And in the US indices, let me just deactivate that. I think once again I will have to see a strong move to either side to really be interested in a trade. Naturally, just by get yesterday's action. So I'll sell around this area if we get here. Let me just delete that. Yeah. And we closed on a bearish bar. If we retrace to here, I think this is a high probability entry. Even if it's just a Fibonacci retracement to the ideal 70 to 79% retracement, I think that's pretty solid. Oh, we did get triggered here. So removing the short, placing this in its place, and gonna target the previously high. It's basically a 1-to-1 R&R, but I think that's fine. So the target is what? About 50 points. No, 40 points, okay. Yeah, that's in line with what my research is saying, that generally the strategy returns in points. So generally when it works, when the second 5-minute bar trigger works, it does return between 40 and 50 points most often. So the target is in line with what my research is showing. So we are indeed selling in the UK 100. Sadly, we did not get a revisit. I'm going to delete this order now because I do think that now if we revisit it, we might break out. I was just hoping for a quick revisit during the first few minutes of market open. But yeah, we just double topped here. Just double topped on yesterday's high and immediately sold. So there's definitely a chance here that we go to at least the low of Asia session, maybe even lower in the UK 100. Now these two European indices going against each other isn't unusual, especially in the past few months, so I'm not going to be too worried to see the UK 100 selling while I'm long the DAX. What I am worried about is that we basically got a spread fill here. Like, price did not actually reach my entry, and I would like to actually see price go above it and show some strength here, which is what's happening now. Yep. And hopefully it doesn't immediately retrace after going above previous bar high. Okay, so at least it's not the infamous spread fill that just goes against you immediately without ever even touching your level. Okay, so let's just hope we revisit the high here. I don't think I'll have any other entries this morning, so it's going to be this. There is a case to be made for a retracement once we hit this. I don't really want to be shorting the DAX because it's been just so strong. I mean, look at this 4-hour chart. And in case you're wondering what these boxes are, they're just the Asia session, London session, and US sessions marked out. I just like to visually see each session marked. It makes it easy to see when price breaks out of a range or goes back into the previous session range. For me, I think that's a very relevant movement and ones that I like to observe and take note of. We're about halfway there. This is what the live PNL looks like. It's nothing really too exciting. I'm obviously not going to play around with the stops or take profit here. Just gonna let it run and hit one of them. It's looking fine so far. The UK 100 has stalled a bit. I do think that this is going lower now though, but we'll see. I'll pause you for now because I've been rambling too much and bring you back. A little update, we're like 2 minutes away from completing the second 15-minute candle, and after a small retracement, we did revisit the entry point again. So people who moved their stops to break even were closed off. I would hope that we don't double top here. We just continue. We're not that far out. But the target with this strategy, really, I can't really close early, especially since it's a 1-to-1 R&R. So I'm just hoping it hits. Could be a case to be made now for bringing the stop back to break even, because we already revisited the entry. So if we go back down again, it's probably not going to happen. So I'm going to do that. Or actually could go just below here, give it a higher chance, minimizing risk. Let's see, second 15-minute bar has completed. It's quite a bullish bar in its own right. I mean, there is a case to actually add here, if I'm being honest. But then, what am I targeting? I'm just targeting this still. I'm not really gonna go for higher here. Reason being, we do have quite a lot of news coming out today, so I'm maybe thinking that it's gonna be harder to see a huge directional move before that. We're going to have ADP non-farm employment change, we're going to have initial jobless claims, and of course, much later, the FOMC meeting minutes. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it like this. Hopefully we just hit. It's going for it. Still like 9 points away. Hopefully we do hit, because I do believe that there will be some retracement after we hit previously high. And the UK 100 has also gone back up. I'm wondering if, I mean, this is clearly a point of a point where a reversal could happen. But I'm just thinking, should I maybe take more of a swing trade here, lower size? If we get here with a stop above this, so let's see, maybe a stop like this, and just hope that this fair value gap holds, and then just target the lows here. Something like that, perhaps. Perhaps. I think there is value in this trade. We came very close to take profit here. 3 points away. Hoping we just hit it. If we look at a 1 minute trend line here, I think it's pretty clear. As long as we stay above it. There's no reason to close. So yeah, I am in fact going to go back to break even now. Because if we do retrace this much, I don't think that we're safe. Very close. Come on, don't be shy. Don't you just love it when price literally stumbles at your TP? And then it's like, there it is. I'm so close, but I'm not touching it. Your TP is lava. You can do it. Thank you. And there we go. TP wasn't lava for once. Now, I'm actually gonna keep an eye on this 2 minute trend line. And if we break and close below it, I might consider a short. Yeah, nice trade with my second 5-minute bar working. And the UK 100 is double topping here. Let's hope we get a fill. I'm not the kind of person to just manually enter here, because I'm afraid it will not fill. And it just filled, so it's fine. This is a swing trade. I mean, the risk is minimum, well below what I want to risk maximum per trade. So we are in this as well now, and we'll see. I'll pause you and bring you back when things have evolved a bit more. I might also take a short in the DAX, but with the DAX, like I said, it's been so strong that I am not as comfortable. I mean, taking it as a swing, I'm definitely not as comfortable. I don't think... I mean, of course we could sell and even retest this trend line, but I don't think it's as likely as I would want it to be for this trade to make sense in the long run. So I'll just monitor this and pause you for now. So update time, we have gone above in the DAX, and now, as I anticipated, we are retracing here a bit at previous day high. But is it enough to convince me to sell short here? I don't know. I don't know if it's enough. I will extend this 2-minute trend line. We are below it right now. But this feels like a bit of bait to me. It's just so tidy and nice and perfect, shorting the top. Like I said, I wouldn't really enter here for a swing trade, so I would enter normal size and target something like this. But we'll probably need to see it close below this 15-minute bar at least, because right now it's just like a little itty bitty retracement, right? I know we've gone below this trend line, but it's just a 2-minute trend line, right? So it is the first condition that I want to see, of course, if I'm going to consider a short, but it's not really a convincing close below it, right? So it does feel a bit trappy. And then the UK 100 trade, kind of similar right now, but this is a swing trade, and I do like my stop here, and I'm perfectly comfortable with being wrong and hitting it. So I'm going to leave this play out, let this play out. And yes, I don't think I'm gonna enter a short here. Obviously, I do have an order here, and for this order to hit, we do need a sell to happen, but it doesn't have to happen now. And yeah, I don't see enough to convince me here that this move has legs right now. It might, but I'm just not convinced. So I think one trade for the morning session, a winning trade at that, is pretty nice. I'll let this play out and we will see each other for the US session. Thanks for watching, and of course, if you enjoyed this video and if you enjoy seeing this these videos that I'm posting, please like and subscribe. I will try to post regularly. I'm mostly using and posting these videos as a journal to myself. Of course, this isn't investment advice, and I'm just showing you my ideas. And yeah, if you like it, please subscribe, and I will see you in the US session. Bye bye.